just go right on your cheek like that. Y'all see that? You're gonna be walking around looking like bozo. So why would you even need a blush? Do you even need a blush? A blush is just a makeup product that's going to bring the glow back to your face. It's going to bring some light back into your face. It's going to bring some naturalness back into your face. When you apply the foundation, when you got powder on, you got highlighter on, you got all this makeup kind of packed onto your face, sometimes it does take away that glow. It does take away the natural look of your face, and so the blush kind of brings that back in. Now, do you need a blush? I'm not going to say that you have to wear a blush. If you're somebody that is not really a blush wearer, then I would not even worry about it. But if you're somebody that really wants to either try a blush or you like wearing blushes, then of course continue watching this video. So there are two main types of blush that you really need to know. You have your powder blushes, and of course they have a powder consistency similar to a face powder, but they have color to them, and they're very versatile. I think that powder blushes really work well for beginners, very easy for a beginner to use. And I love a good powder blush, all right? And then you have, of course, the cream blushes. Now, the cream blushes are making a comeback. You are seeing cream blushes all over TikTok. And I have read that cream blushes are very good for mature skin because they do not settle into your fine lines. I'm not really a cream blush wearer. I shouldn't say that I'm not a cream blush wearer because I do wear cream blush. I'm just new to it. And my first cream blush, actually, I did not even think it was a cream blush. I don't even know what I thought that e.l.f. Contour Blush and Contour was. I just thought it was a blush that had a different consistency. I'm just gonna be honest. But now there's cream blushes everywhere, and even now I still don't really gravitate to the cream blushes. I still gravitate to my powder ones. So I'm just going to show you some of the powder blushes, or the plushes that I have in my makeup collection right now. Some of my very favorite ones and some new ones that I've added to my collection. So my favorite one that I have in my collection is the Catrice blush. It is a glowing multicolor blush, and what I love about this blush is that it's not really a particular color, so it can pretty much go with any type of makeup look that I have. And so I usually go ahead and reach for this when I am doing an everyday look. Another one of my favorites is this one, and I've lost the lid. This is by Black Radiance. It's Toasted Almond, and what I like about this particular blush is because it is brown and it kind of gives me a bronzy type of natural look, blush look, where I don't really get that from the other ones because they're kind of pinks and peaches. But this is a little bit more closer to what my natural glow would be, because of course, if you're a black woman, you know most of the time we're not seeing pinks and stuff in our cheeks and things like that. So this to me is a little bit more realistic as far as blush goes. Okay, so I don't really know how I can say that other than just what I said. These are some new blushes that I'm going to be trying out. This is the Milani, and this is the Rose Powder Blush. I just got this recently, and it is a very beautiful peaches looking blush. So I just got this, excited to use that. And then I just got this from Physicians Formula. This is a cream blush, and this is a dewy blush. So I'm actually going to try this out in the video today, and I am going to also try out the Milani today. If I want a shimmer to my look, I go ahead and reach for this e.l.f. blush. I don't know what kind it is because I've had it for a very long time, but this blush right here gives me a little shimmer. All right, and then I have this blush right here from Manhattan. This is Rendezvous, and I just love this color so much. It is a very beautiful color. Of course, I have to be a little careful. I can't go overboard with this color, and I think that it's just good to say, and I'm just going to say it, A lot of times people assume that black women, women of color, we're not able to wear the pinks and those types of colors, but we are able to wear them. We can't go overboard with them. We do definitely have to do a lot of blending, but it still does look beautiful on our skin tone, and I'm going to show you that as well. So of course, if you are wanting to apply blush or you are applying blush, of course you need your blush brushes, and I do have a regular blush brush, and then I've got an angle one. I don't use this one at all, but I've seen people on TikTok and other YouTube and on other YouTube channels that use the angled blush brush. I don't use this, but I just wanted to show you all it anyway because it is in my makeup collection, because it came with a brush set that I purchased. Okay, so if you are using a powder blush, right? All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and show, I want to show this one right here. This is brand new, and I did not show that when I was showing you all my blushes. This is brand new. This is also by Black Radiance. It is Baked Blush. It is Warm Berry. Now you can see already that this is going to be pigmented. It is a very bright color, and if you put this on any kind of way, well, you're going to be walking around looking like Bozo the Clown. Okay, so you have to be careful. So I'm going to show you what happens when you are just putting this on your face and not really taking into consideration how pigmented it is. Okay, so most of the time when we are applying blush to our faces, a lot of time we want to do this right here, which is what I usually do. I don't really care what anybody says. You know, we're going to talk about that in a minute. All right, so when you have a blush like this that's very pigmented, what you don't want to do is just go right on your cheek like that. Y'all see that? You're gonna be walking around looking like Bozo. And when you get like this and you don't take into consideration how pigmented it is, and you can look at this and tell that it's very pigmented, so you can't just like dip your brush all in there like that, because this is what's going to happen, and it's very difficult for you then to kind of blend it out and make it look nice. Okay, right now it looks crazy. Now this of course was maybe a look back in the 80s. I would assume heavy blush and stuff, but that's just not the 2022 makeup look anymore. The 2022 makeup look is very natural, very subtle type of blush looks, and y'all can see that right there. That's ugly. You don't want to walk around looking like that, and if you are, hopefully somebody told you that's not the correct way to use your to apply your blush. So I'm going to try to wipe my blush off because now it done got really dirty with that pigmented blush. So when you have a blush like this that is very pigmented, what you want to do is you can still dip it in there like I did, but you're not going to get so much. You're just going to barely, literally barely tap it in there. And then you want to take that and you just want to kind of wipe it off on your hand a little bit, just to make sure you got off that excess color. Okay, just wipe it off just a little bit. Then what you want to do with a color like this, especially if you're a black woman or a woman of color, you don't want to put this color right here on your cheek. So I am going to show you a blush where you can put it right here on your cheek and it's not big of a deal. This is not one of them, because we don't want to walk around looking like Bozo. So with a color like this, you definitely want to go a little bit up. Okay, you still want to get in that cheek area, but you don't want to get right on the cheek area because it just looks weird. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of just eye it as far as like where I want it to be. I know I don't want it to be on my cheek. I want it to be sort of like in the middle of it, and I'm just going to kind of go upward. And when you have a color like this, you need to just really pat. You're gonna pat that on really, 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 really subtly, and you can take it on up to that temple as well if you want to. All right, and then we're going to stop right there. Now it's still a little much, okay, and you don't want to keep using this because it's so pigmented. It's still going to be on that brush. So what you need to do is get another one. Either you can get a another blush brush, or you can get one like this. And I actually go in and then in a circle of motion, I just blend it all in. And the circular motion is still going to get the color, but it's just going to blend it nice and easy on into the cheek area. Okay? No. Yes. With something like that, you just want it to be very subtle. You can see a little bit of the color, a little bit, just enough to say I've got blush on my face. I have some glow going on. I got a little color on there. You don't want to walk around looking like Santa. I don't even know how to finish that, okay? So this is how you would apply a color like that. That's very pigmented, okay? All right, so now I'm going to show you a color where you can put it on the apple of your cheeks and it not look out of place, or not let your face, you know, make your face look saggy or what have you. So when I want to actually wear blush on the apple of my cheeks, I usually gravitate to any type of my blushes that are peach in color. That is a very natural peach. The peaches, probably the very light pinks, like a rose color. So I'm going to show you this. This is new, but these are the ones that I usually kind of put on the cheeks. I put this on my cheeks a lot. I have this particular one that I put on my cheeks a lot. Anything that is kind of a neutral, a light peaches, beiges color works great on your cheeks. It's not really a big deal, okay? So taking that same brush, I'm going in this Milani. This is the rose powder, and I have used this already. So I'm just gonna place that right on in there, okay? And I'm just gonna tap it in. So you don't wanna rub around in the blush, just a little bit. And I'm gonna do the old smile, okay? And get right on in there. Sure am. And again, I am doing the patting motion. I'm not doing the rubbing motion, but I'm patting on the blush. Okay, just patting it on. Put some on my nose. And as you can see, you really can't see the blush at all. That's how, let me use a different one, y'all. Let me use a different one where you can like really see. So let me use the one that I use every day, see if you can see a little better, because you can't really see that one that well. But anyway, the whole point that I'm trying to get you all to see is that these are the types of blushes where I actually go on my cheek area, because especially if I'm doing a no makeup look, because that's really where I want that glow and dewiness to be, is right here on my cheek area. But if it's like a blush that has some color on it, no, I don't usually place it on the apple of my cheeks. Don't feel like that you cannot apply that blush there, especially if you've been doing it and your makeup looks good. Don't get caught up in what everybody else is saying not to do, because there is not anybody out there that is the know all be all, and you really have to look at what looks good on you. If it looks good on you, then I say, hey, go for it. All right, so now I'm just going to show you how to apply a cream blush. Now, like I said, I am new to cream blushes. Other than the blushing and contouring that I had with the e.l.f. But as far as like these, like in a tube and stuff like that, this is new to me. But I have used it enough to kind of know, okay, this is how you use it. So you just squeeze a little bit onto your finger like this, and excuse me, you really want to get right on in here with that blush. So we're just going to take it and kind of dot right on in there, okay? And you can either just continue to tap with your fingers until you get it blended in really good, and then maybe go in with your blush brush and kind of really blend it in, or you can just continue to blend it in with your fingers, okay? So a cream blush really, again, works better in this particular area than it does on your cheek area, okay, because it will do a very good job with lifting up your face here. So that's really where I apply that cream blush, is right on in this area, not really on my cheek area. All right, and so now I'm just going to show you all the Physicians Plus, because I've not used this one before at all, so I can see, and I'm over here breaking it, you all, like literally I'm sitting over here about to break it, so I'm gonna be, money gonna be wasted. Okay, so let me see if it's working, or did I really break it? All right, so I did not break it. Okay, and it finally came out. So it's coming out like sort of like a liquidy type of blush, which is definitely different. So for something like this, I would still apply it like a cream. And so again, I would start back here. Ooh, you see it? You see where this is about to go? Down here on this thing. So if you have this Physicians Plus, please be careful, because it comes out very, very pigmented, as you can see, and that is enough. I'm gonna have to wipe some of that off, because that is a lot that I have on my cheek right now. So again, with the cream blush, look at that. It's a pretty color though, but yeah. And again, I like to go in with that blush, with that brush, and just really blend it in. It's a very pretty color. I put too much on my temple area there, because I did not know it was going to look like that, but it doesn't look too bad. All right, so again, with the cream blush, you're going to put it on this right here on the bone of your cheek, and of course kind of go up to the temple area. All right, and then I would not really put this again onto the cheeks, onto the apple of your cheeks. It's just too much. It's just too much. All right, so you know also that blushes, or you may not know that blush also can be a contour as well, like down in this area. I don't use this technique as much, and that's the reason why a lot of people use the angled brush. So I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to go in with this one, and I'm just going to get that brush in there, and then just going to kind of put it in my jawline, right on in there. And it's just going to give you a little bit more structure to your makeup look if you would like to. All right, so a blush can also sort of kind of not really act as a contour, but kind of give you that structured look like a contour would look. But again, I'll be extra careful with that, because if you don't know what you're doing or whatever, it will make your face look a little saggy. So I don't really use that as much. I think for women my age, I think the best way, or the best place to place our blushes is right here in this area, which is going to lift our faces up. You can apply it to the apple of your cheeks as well, to give you a little bit of a glow, and to your cheeks area as well. So I would say that these two areas right here are the best places for you to apply that blush. Now, the other question that I've seen some people ask is kind of, what color do you need for blush? What kind of color do you need to buy? And to answer that, I would say I would try a variety of colors to see what colors work for your skin tone. What colors do you like? What colors do you not like? I tend to always gravitate to the peaches and the browns. I do have this one that I'm going to show y'all how this looks. I said I was going to show you all how this looks. This is sort of like a darker type of pinkish color, and when I'm wearing this color, again, I don't go to the apple of my cheeks. I go a little bit behind it, and I just kind of put it right on in here, and I'll make sure not to put too much on, but I do smile just a little bit, because I want to make sure that I'm not getting really on that cheek area. and then I just go in with that that little brush, and I kind of blend all of that in. All right, so yeah, you can wear the pinks and the burgundies and those types of color blushes if you would like to. Just remember that when you're applying it to your cheeks, that you are very careful not to put so much color on there. You definitely don't want to walk around looking like a clown. Okay, so yeah, blushes, they are definitely a great addition to any type of makeup look. They are fun to really just incorporate and see really what works and what doesn't work, what you like and what you don't like. If I had to choose between a cream and a blush, a cream or a powder blush, I definitely would go with my powder blushes. I just love a good powder blush, and I just love those a little better than the cream ones. But hey, that's just me. Of course, it's whatever your preference. You like cream blushes, you don't like cream blushes, you know, it's up to you, you all. All right, you all, so that is today's video, all about blushes, how to apply blush depending on what color that you are wearing onto your face. I am Michelle Mazelleghh. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.